What's going on, people? It is Irish Connor HD here. You can call me Irish, and welcome to episode 32 of Will It Drift. So, today's car is the 1964 Chevy Impala SS, as suggested by DJ Llama22. You really come across some interesting names, but anyway, yeah, cheers for the suggestion, and let's get into it. So, as standard, it comes with 425 horsepower, 425 foot-pounds of torque, and it weighs 3,877 pounds. And I have to say, technically, like, if we're going by a comparison against, like, Sylvia's or something like that, it's technically kind of bad. Like, it's very slow, it's sluggish off the line. There's a serious amount of body roll, as is expected from a 1960s American muscle car. Like, that's part of their characteristic. But it definitely, like, with that said, it definitely needs some stiffening and weight reduction and stuff. And what I noticed about the power was it has over 400, which in itself is quite a lot. Like, in real life, if you've got a 400 horsepower car, you're doing pretty good for yourself. But the problem is it's so massive, it struggles to put it to any use, because, like, literally the length of this thing is ridiculous. Like, the amount of space on the back, like, from after the rear wheels, is just ridiculous. Like, so you have to be careful of that, especially when you're going for wall taps and stuff. But with all that said, I don't think a stock car has actually put a smile on my face as much as this thing did. It's amazingly fun, as long as you can find a sweet spot where it just kind of like floats itself along around the corner. Floating reference because it's so boaty. It's pretty cool. It's actually pretty cool and pretty enjoyable, I have to say. But for the medium build then, it has 476 horsepower and again 476 torque, so kind of weird that they matched up twice. But yeah, and then it weighs 3,149 pounds. Now, the modifications are all drivetrain and platform and handling to race, of course, race springs and weight, of course, and the twin screw supercharger just to get that bit of extra power. Now, it's interesting. It's still the same kind of fun. It still kind of puts that smile on your face, but it's almost like, but it's still like hard to control, if you know what I mean. Because like it's still got that hard to control feel, but like you're now going faster, so you're heading towards walls that you could potentially run straight into faster. You're like you're going, just basically it makes it a little more tricky. It's an improvement off the line, as you can see here in this clip as we take off. It's definitely a lot better than the first one, but it's still not that great. As far as the drifting goes, you can see like I pull off a decent little entry here and stuff. It drifts reasonably well, but it doesn't really like the transition, the sharp transition at the first corner at the start of the first runs. It just doesn't like that. It's too big, it's too like long and stuff to be able to make that nimble transition really well. But it takes a lot of skill to drive, which, like, as ever, I say this in most of my videos, that's something that I really love. Overall, it's been a very interesting car so far, so now I'm like looking forward to the full build, thinking, I wonder what the extra power and the full tune is going to do to this. And what it does basically is it gives it 600 horsepower, 563 foot-pounds of torque, and makes it weigh 3,210 pounds. And of course, the mods, as ever, are a full build and tune, stock engine. And my thoughts are, it's pretty much, it's decent. It's another improvement off the line as far as like getting off the line speed goes, but it's still not ideal. It still kind of spins a lot through first gear, and then you get into second, and then you kind of go. But it's, even as you get going in second gear, it still kind of bogs down for like a second or two, like before it picks up and starts going. But yeah, it's definitely like an improvement over the last two. But it's much more controllable, as you can imagine. The overall tune and build, the parts that I used and stuff, it's tamed a lot of the body roll and like just kind of cut down a lot on the general boaty feeling that it has as standard and stuff. But that said, it is still huge. It is still incredibly long. It does still weigh over like 3,200 pounds. So it definitely comes through on how it handles. Like, it's not particularly fast, and it could be just my tune, but fourth gear is like, it's not recommended. Like, if you go outside of third gear into fourth, it starts to become a little bit buggy, depending on the kind of corner that you're going around. If it's a sweeper, maybe it's not that bad, but overall it's fun. It does drift decently well. It's not terribly fast, but if you're looking for like a challenging car and you love the sound of an all American muscle V8, it's definitely worth checking out, because like the sound of the thing is incredible. And it's definitely worth checking out just for the stock build alone, just to experience that. Like, it's pretty crazy how unique the stock build feels if you can get it right. But overall, will it drift? Maybe. I'm gonna say maybe, because I think it can. I enjoyed my time with it, but people that struggle with cars that aren't like perfectly set up, or like that aren't up for the challenge of a car like this, they might not be able to get it to drift. And then on the flip side, people that are really, really good and better than me at building and tuning and driving, they could probably make this thing work like flawlessly. So It's a maybe from me. It does obviously drift and it is great fun, but overall I have to say maybe. That's it. If you enjoyed the video, please do leave a thumbs up, subscribe if you're new here. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.